All right, YouTube. Here's a funny story for you. So this morning, I'm doing this thing called the Bible Recap, and I had been reading in Exodus where it says that then Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu, however you say his name, and the 70 of the elders of Israel went up on the mountain, and they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet, as it were, a pavement of sapphire stone, like the very heaven for clearness. And he did not lay his hand on the chief of men of the people of Israel. They beheld God, and ate and drank. And I thought that was really cool. First of all, because I was like, dang, they freaking ate with God, and they saw him, and they drank with him. Like, they had a meal with him. That's insane. And somehow I never processed how many people, or maybe even I never processed that they did this. And I was talking to Matt about it this morning, and I'm in kind of this creative zone this morning. And so we had this marriage, we're doing this marriage book. And so last night it makes us imagine our marriage and do a word picture. And so I realized that sometimes I'm the more playful, fun one as we're doing this word picture thing. And I told him he's like this strong, ram. And so I'm trying to have this fun, creative moment with him about this passage. And I was like, what do you think about? What do you think about? And so finally he looks over at me and he finally decides he's going to play with me, in my imagination a little bit. And he goes, what do you think they ate? What do you think they drank? And I was like, that's a great point. What do you think they ate and drank? So then I started thinking about, what do you guys think that they ate and drank in the world? What would you think if they were in the Middle East that God would serve them as their food? Or their drinks. So I was thinking maybe because they're in the Middle East, God gave them some really good juice that they'd never had, like citrus or something, or chocolate. And then you think about when they rebel later, what if, because they saw God, and then they literally later on, just a few chapters later, I'm pretty sure they're gonna make an idol to another God. And it's maybe they were mad. Just this, okay, I'm not trying to be a heretic, all right? I'm just using my imagination a little bit here, okay? And having a little bit of fun with the Word of God. Maybe they were mad because they had chocolate, and they are not ever going to have chocolate again. And they were a bit resentful because now they've had this amazing food from God, and they're never going to eat it again. Or food we've never even imagined in heaven. I don't know. Is this crazy thought? Just come play with my imagination a little bit, guys. What are your thoughts?